guys, Adina here with Creative Lifestyles with Adina. Happy Halloween! Can you believe Halloween is almost here? Oh my gosh, what happened to October? I have some really fun crafts here. A really yummy little charcuterie board and a really yummy cocktail that's perfect for Halloween. So let's get started with our first craft. I have this really fun way to disperse your trick-or-treat candy. And when the kids come by, it's fun for them to do, it's fun for them to see, but it's also really fun for you to create. And all you need is some twine, a big straw, and you can find the big straws at any of the grocery stores, a balloon, and the little candy bags filled with your favorite candy. I also have a little clothespin here, but you can tape it to it as well if you don't have the clothespin. And you're going to pull your string really tight. You're going to blow up your balloon. And you're going to let it go. Well, if I had more, but you're going to let it, it's going to slide across and then hand out the candy to all the little kiddos coming by. I would use maybe yarn instead of twine or something that's not as, mine's kind of raspy here, so I think that kind of held it up. And to do this pumpkin, it's really, really easy. All you're going to do is take a piece of cardstock, cut it out into a pumpkin shape, get your orange paint, and this is the Deco Art acrylic paint. I love this paint because it goes on every surface. Wood, paper, metal, it goes on clay pot, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. And then I took a little bit of the black paint, kind of sponged it out, and I kind of blended it in. So you get that little antique-y look to your pumpkin. And it's just, it's a fun thing for the kids to practice on how to blend things. But let that dry, and then you're going to go over it again with just the orange, and you'll get a really cool look to it. And another really cool thing that I did is I added glow-in-the-dark paint. Deco Art makes this really cool glow-in-the-dark paint. I put 2 coats on, let it dry about 10 minutes in between each coat. And so when you're doing this at night, they're going to see this glow-in-the-dark pumpkin flying across the yard. It's a really fun treat for them to see. Again, really simple, inexpensive craft to make. Our next craft is another fun craft to do, and that is our little candy jar here. All you need is a clay pot, and remember my tip to get labels off. You just use the hair dryer, it loosens up the glue, and they come right off. And again, I use the Deco Art acrylic paint because it goes on every surface. Look, you only need 1 coat of it on a clay pot. It works great. And then once you let it dry, maybe about 10 or 20 minutes, and then you have your Halloween ribbon. You definitely want your E6000 glue or some kind of a craft glue. And then this is a 4-inch pot, but you could obviously make it bigger if you wanted. I got these little plastic containers at my local craft store, or you can get them on Amazon, wherever. You're going to use the E6000. You're going to glue it down to the clay pot. And then you're going to fill it with your favorite candy. Look, we'll steal some from the charcuterie board here. We'll add that on. And then you just take your little saucer here. Again, paint both sides of that. Add that to the top. And you can paint a little knob if you have a little wooden knob or something, and glue that right there. And look how great this is. I added some ribbon to this one here. And you can set it on your table. It's a cute little centerpiece. The kids can grab their candy as they walk by. I can grab my candy as I walk by. Okay guys, who likes candy corn? I'm not a huge fan of it. My husband loves it. So we always have candy corn in the house around Halloween. Another fun thing to do for Halloween is the You Got Booed basket. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it goes around our neighborhood like crazy. And again, it doesn't have to be expensive. Just head over to the dollar store somewhere and get one of those little laundry baskets that are $1 or $2. I always have baskets around my house, so this worked out perfect. I filled it with M&Ms and Little Debbie brownies, and I put a pumpkin in here and a little pumpkin carving kit. I put a little witch's hat. How cute is that? To give to your neighbor. And then I found these really cute Halloween toys on Amazon, or you can find them probably at Walmart or wherever. And look, just throw a few of those in there. If they have pets, they'll love them. If they have kiddos, they're gonna love them. And just make your little sign here. It says, "You've been booed. Fill me up and pass me along." And then I added a little bow around the outside. It's just something fun that you can give your neighbors. They're gonna love it. And then that way they can refill it and pass it on to the next neighbor. It goes like wildfire in our neighborhood. They love it here. Another fun thing to do for Halloween is a Halloween charcuterie board. I love charcuterie boards. I do them for every holiday, pretty much every weekend when I have my wine, right? They are so fun to create. They are so fun to devour, and this one is so fun to make because it's Halloween, and we can put all these different Halloween candies on here. Oreo has orange and green cookies. Now the green ones are mint, kind of my favorite. I have the, oh my gosh, the Werther's original caramel apple candies. They are the best, perfect for fall and Halloween. I have the little Debbie brownies, look, they're like little pumpkins, cakes. I mean, I just put everything on here. For your loose things like your M&Ms, you could put a little glass bowl, or you could put maybe like if you have some little flat papers, you could put that down for it. For the board, I just grabbed a wood board that I happen to have, but you could head over to Lowe's and either get a board cut for you. Sometimes they have scrap board they give away, or these aren't that expensive to purchase, like $3 to $10. And then I painted it with a DecoArt acrylic paint, let it dry overnight, and just start placing all your favorite things. For all my northern friends, or even my southern friends, remember the Pizzellis? I grew up on these things. All my friends from Chicago would always make these. Love these. They have them in chocolate. You can buy them on Amazon. Of course you can. And then look, Peeps have little ghosts. How cute are those? So I just added everything I could find that had to do with fall or Halloween, put it on the board. It is so fun to just have laying on your table for your friends that come over, if you have a party, or just to enjoy yourself. You could make little mini boards. Okay, our next craft, oh, this is such a fun one. I love this. It's what's behind me here. I've done these for every holiday as well, and these are just little wood squares, and I went ahead and painted them with the DecoArt acrylic paint. We have our black, our green, our orange, and our white, and we're gonna make our spider, which is with the black, and all you do is take your sponge brush. Oh, here's another one. Just take your sponge brush, put it in your white paint here. Now, you could also get a DecoArt marker. Those work really good too. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put my little spider eyes like this and just twist it. And then you get it perfectly round. Look how easy that was. And then you could also put a little dab of the black for a little center, your eyes. And then for our mouth, you could, again, you could use a paint marker, or you could just use the tip of your paintbrush, and I made a little smiley face. So that's the first part of our spider, and then we're going to glue on with the hot glue gun our little legs with the pipe cleaners. And for our legs, we're going to go ahead and just take our black pipe cleaners here, and I've got 4 of them because how many legs does a spider have? It has 8. And so we're going to cut these in half, and really easy to cut. And then you can kind of kink them. You could do this before or after you glue them down. And just take your hot glue gun, and you're going to go ahead and just put a little bit of glue on the back here. And remember my Band-Aid tip. If you're going to press down with your fingers, just put a Band-Aid on your finger first. But you just kind of adhere it to the back like so. Look how cute! And then you're going to put all 8 of those on here. It's easier to lay it flat. And then you have your 8 legs. And now for the pumpkin, again, we're just going to draw our eyes and our mouth. And again, you can use the paint markers by DecoArt, or you could just use the regular paint with maybe a smaller paintbrush. What you want to do so that you can hang it is just grab your favorite Halloween ribbon. And if you don't have Halloween ribbon, you can use whatever you have. You're going to put your hot glue on like so. And then just take your wood square and place it flat. Kind of line it up so that it's nice and even. Make sure you leave enough at the top for your loop. And then to do your loop, you're just going to put a little piece like so, and then loop it around. Again, remember that Band-Aid tip, guys, because it does get hot. And then you have your loop that you can hang it like I did up here. How fun and easy. I think this whole project cost me maybe $5, if that, because I had most of the supplies. But if you needed to purchase the supplies, again, you're not going to spend more than $5 or $10. And you'll have this cute little wall hanging for Halloween. Or you could put it in your boo basket and give it away to one of your neighbors or one of your friends. They would love it. And our next thing is a really yummy Halloween cocktail. And it's so easy to make. It only takes a few ingredients. And you could even add dry ice to it if you want. Quick tip though, if you're going to have a party or even just a few people over, get your dry ice the day of, because you A, don't want to leave it in your freezer, and B, if you do leave it in your freezer, it could go boom, or it could just disappear. Dry ice is a finicky thing, and don't ever touch dry ice because it can burn you. So for this cocktail, we're going to use our Texas Ranger whiskey, my absolute favorite. You could also use the Rebecca Creek whiskey. And you're just going to add, I like the Texas Ranger because it has a little bit of a sweet tone to it because it's a bourbon blended whiskey. And I absolutely love this whiskey. I like it with apple cider. I like it with almost every cocktail. And the Rebecca Creek whiskey is great too. It's another Texas whiskey. And then you're going to add red wine. Now you want to use a blended red. It's a little sweeter, I think, but you use whatever your favorite red wine is. And then you want to add your favorite cola. This gives it a little bit of a sparkle. And this is our Dracula Blood cocktail. How fun is this, right? And then if you have dry ice, you could plop a little bit of that in. Or I love to add edible glitter. This is like a gold luster and edible. And it kind of gives it a really awesome looking spookiness to your cocktail. This smells so good. Look how cool that looks. I hope you have a safe and happy Halloween. Remember, you can find more crafts on my website, creativelifestyles.tv, and all of my social media at Adina Anderson. Happy Halloween! Cheers!